ของพี่ยืนมาประคองยืนปลอบใจน้องเห็นน้ำตาคลอเบา
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name's Peter and I make videos about Thailand. Okay, so today's video is going to be a very positive video. I've looked through all the videos that I've made. I've been going for about a year and I had a look through them yesterday and today, and I've realised I haven't really sort of made a video about why I keep going back to Thailand, why I love the country. And I do love the country, I love the people, and it's really strange because I've done a lot of these stories that have got negative endings, the true stories, the relationship stories, and everybody who's got a YouTube channel makes, you know, about a country, they make 20 scams to watch out for, that sort of thing. So I thought what I'd do today, it'd be a breath of fresh air if I actually told you why I love Thailand and the country. And this is more aimed at people who have never been there before. I mean, if you've, we're talking pre-COVID and hopefully after COVID, if you live in Thailand or you're a regular visitor to the country, then this video will probably be a little bit boring for you. So I think what I'll do, I'll jump straight in there and I've made a few notes here which I'll be referring to, but what I'll do, I'll give you the reasons. I've been going to Thailand for nearly 28 years and I'll give you the reason why I keep going back. And as I've mentioned in other videos, I've lived there for years and years. But here's some of the reasons, not all of the reasons, but some of the reasons. So the number one reason that makes Thailand such a great country, really, it's got to be the people. I've travelled all around the world. I used to be in the hotel industry. I spent lots and lots of years in the Middle East, the Far East, and I've never been to a country where the people are so warm, so friendly. You know, there are other countries where people are friendly, but it's just different in Thailand. And unless you've been there, you can't explain it. I'll give you an example. Here's an example. So in the UK, if I was in my car and I jumped out of a junction and accidentally cut somebody up, the person in the other car would probably shake their fist at me, or they'd stick the V's up to me, or shout something nasty to me. In Thailand, what they'll do, they'll smile at you because, you know, they know you didn't do it in purpose and it was a mistake, and they'll just smile at you and they'll say, Mai Pen Rai, no problem. Please don't leave me comments saying I pronounced that wrong. I'm sure you know what I mean. But that's got to be the best thing. The one wonderful thing about the country is the people. They're just very nice people. They're warm, and you know, I've never had a problem in Thailand. I've never come unstuck. Thai people have gone out of their way to help me, and they've always been very friendly. And you know, as I say, if I've asked for help, then they always have helped me. And it's also safe. I mean, I've made videos in the past about things happening to guys, but a lot of it is, you know, it's brought on by themselves because they do stupid things. They get drunk and they start, you know, they'll start insulting people and throwing things around and losing their tempers, and you shouldn't do that. So that's my, the people, that's my number one reason why I think Thailand is such a great country. The next thing that makes the country so wonderful is the food. I think everybody's aware of Thai food. There's something for everybody, but it's just so diverse. It's just fantastic, tasty food. I mean, if you come to the UK and eat, you know, I mean, it is getting better, but it's quite bland compared to somewhere like Thailand. I mean, there's so many dishes, and it's just real nice. You know, the food is very nice. The cost of traveling around the country, that's also very good as well. I mean, if you want to get around, I mean, the buses, they've now got the SkyTrain, the MRT station train, Mass Rapid Transport, that stands for. You've got the underground system. Taxis are, if they put the meters on, they're very cheap, and you can do fixed deals out of town. So transportation's, you know, that's another thing that makes a country great. Obviously, the weather, you know, I mean, we don't have many warm days in the UK. It's most of the time it's either raining or it's windy or it's just dismal. We have had quite a nice summer this year, but you know, Thailand, it's just a warm country. It's very hot. Sometimes it gets a little bit too hot, but I'd rather have that than being cold all the time. The weather's very nice. They do have the rainy season, but it's only for about a month every year. The nightlife, I like the nightlife. There's something for everybody. You don't have to go to Thailand and hang out in go-go bars and beer bars and places like that. There's so many things you can see. They have great regular nightclubs. I'm too old for that now, so I wouldn't go to those sort of places. But the nightlife is brilliant. I mean, you've got every restaurant you can think of under the sun, foreign and Thai. to suit all budgets. You can go on a budget and eat very, very well. Street food, markets, night bazaars, those kind of places, right up to the 5-star plus hotels. And when I say 5-star plus, if there was a 6-star, some of the hotels in Thailand would have them. Maybe there is, I don't know. The cultural, a lot of people have said to me, oh, the culture's disappearing in Thailand. It's not. That's because they hang around the bar areas and those sort of places, Pattaya. There's some wonderful temples all over Thailand. You know, Thailand's a Buddhist country. They're very, very religious. And if you want to go to Thailand just for a cultural experience, if you're one of those types of people, it's a wonderful country to visit. They have some lots and lots of temples. They have some great country parks, some great wildlife, and it's just a great country to visit for that reason. The markets, I'll talk a little bit about the markets. You've got some fabulous markets, especially in Bangkok. You've got the Jakajak market, which is huge. There's Pratanam, there's the Patpong Night Bazaar. There's just lots and lots of markets. You can buy things cheaply. There isn't anything in a Thai market that you can't buy, that I can think of, that you can get in other markets. And the great thing about a lot of the Thai markets is they also have eating areas, so you can make it a whole evening out. They're open. It's, you know, everything here in the UK closes about 6 o'clock, but over there in Thailand, you know, you can go out to the market at, you know, in the evening, early evening. You can take your family with you. You can have a full meal. As we've just said, the weather's quite nice. You can do some browsing around the stalls, and you can eat very, very reasonably at the market's eating outlets. Hotels, they're another good reason to visit the country. Now, with the hotels, you can go budget or you can go, like I said, 5-6 star. When I first started going out to Thailand, especially down to Pattaya in the early days, I'm talking in the early 90s, it was quite, a lot of the hotels gave you a choice of an air-conditioned room or a fan room, and the price would reflect on what sort of a room you would take. But I don't think there's many of those deals going about now. It was very, there was a lot of the hotels, especially in Pattaya, as I say. So if you went down there on a budget, they'd ask you, do you want a room with air conditioning or do you want just a fan? And the fanned room was about half the price. And as I say, you don't come across that so much now. But the hotels, even the budget hotels, they're a very good standard. They're always they're normally very clean. The staff are very nice and they're very safe. I've never had a problem in a budget hotel. I normally stay in budget hotels, and you've just got so much choice. And if you've never been there before, just have a look on a website like Agoda. Just type in, you know, your budget and which city you'd like to stay in Thailand, and you'll be surprised. There's literally thousands and thousands upon thousands of hotels to choose from to fit every sort of budget, and that's something you'll never have a problem with, is finding accommodation. The Thai festivals, there's a lot of festivals in Thailand. You've got Songkran, which is a water festival. A lot of fun. People are throwing water over each other. Sounds childish, but it's not. It's a lot of fun. And that happens once a year in April. You've got full moon parties. You've got religious festivals. You've got lots and lots of festivals. So if that's your thing, if you like to go to a country and see festivals, then Thailand is a great country to visit for that one. The beaches, now, do I need to say any more about the beaches? They're fabulous, and I'm not talking about Pattaya. I'm talking about places like Chaam, Rayong. I mean, I could go on. There's so many of them, and these beaches they're picturesque. Is that the right word? They're white sands, they're palm trees hanging over them. They're absolutely gorgeous. So if you're a beach person, you just want to hang around the beach all day and sip pina coladas or beer, whatever it is. And Thailand's a great country. They've got some wonderful beaches. They've got some fabulous islands, and you'll be spoilt for choice. If you've never been there before, you'll have seen nothing like it. It's just it's as close as paradise as you'll ever get to. Shopping now. If you're a lady, you're going to be into your shopping. You've got some fabulous malls in Thailand, and you can go shopping on a budget, or you can go high-soul shopping. And what I mean by high-soul shopping, all the name brands. You've only got to go to somewhere like the Emporium at the end of Soi 24 on Sukhumvit in Bangkok. They have all the top brands in there. I'm not going to try and reel them all off here, but if you're a high-end shopper, then you'll be spoilt for choice in Bangkok and the rest of Thailand. If you're on the other end of the scale and you're a budget traveller and you like to shop in markets or just small shops, there are malls that cater to, let's not say lower end, but they're not so expensive. They're within most people's budgets. A good example of that would be the MBK Centre. That's, I think they've got 6 or 8 stories of, it's a huge shopping mall, and they have different products on different floors. So one of the floors, it's all electronics, mobile phones and computers, laptops, everything. Another floor is furniture, and then you've got floors of souvenirs for tourists. You've got floors of t-shirts and clothes, so you get the idea. So it's great for shopping. I'm not I don't like shopping, to be honest with you guys. If I have to buy clothes, then I'll just in and out. I don't like browsing. But if you're a lady and you like shopping, then you'll be sport for choice, as I say, in Thailand. This might seem like a strange one, but the new airport, airport in Bangkok, it's great. It's absolutely fabulous. It puts our airports to shame. It's a modern facility. Just go there and you'll see. There's not too much I want to say about it. If you just when you get to the airport, you'll see what I mean. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the fantastic medical facilities, hospitals. You can buy any prescription drugs over the counter. There's pharmacies everywhere. And I'll give you an example. I mean, I was in Hua Hin. I went for a meal in a place I shouldn't have gone for a meal in. I got food poisoning. This was about 7 months ago. There was a small clinic. I went into this clinic. I'd never been there before. I registered. I seen a English speaking doctor. He examined me, told me what it was, took my blood pressure and everything, give me a prescription. I went to the pharmacy. Oh, sorry, I didn't go to the pharmacy. They gave me the medication. All in all, everything, it was, if I remember correctly, it was about 600 and, was it? No, not, sorry, 900 baht. And that was for the examination, all the drugs, and I got sorted out in that way. So if you're in Thailand, that's something you don't need to worry about. Of course, you'll have your medical insurance when you go there, but you're not going to be caught with your pants down, as it were, because you'll get treated for whatever illness you happen to have if you're unlucky enough to get ill. And the last thing I'd like to talk about is relationship opportunities. If you're a single guy, maybe you come out of a divorce, something like that. I'm not going to get too deep into it because I've made a lot of videos about this sort of thing, but it's a great country for rekindling your relationship with somebody. Let's just say it in that way. There's a lot more opportunity there than in your own country. As I said at the very beginning of this video, the Thais are very warm, welcoming people. And if you're looking to meet a nice Thai girl as a partner, then if you work hard at it and you're not silly, and you don't do anything stupid, then that is a possibility. Okay, so there's just a few points that why I keep going back to Thailand. As I say, I love the country, I love the people, I love the food, I never get tired of it. It's a fantastic country and you should definitely go to visit when everything gets back to normal. Okay, thanks for watching this, guys, and I'll catch you all on the next video.